Good afternoon, lifers. Good afternoon, community. I am Coach Ruth, and welcome to 15 to Life, where we learn, grow, and serve for a peaceful life. How are you all doing on this Monday afternoon? I'll tell you, I've been busy working. Y'all put something in the comment section and let me know how you are doing on this day. I tell you, it is a cool day. Myself, I got up early this morning. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Timberland. And I went to the Y because I am training for some races and I need to get my endurance up. And so I am taking some spin classes. And I tell you, it starts at 6 and it is crazy. And my son Matthew went with me this morning. And we were on those bikes having a good time working out. And I'm thinking on Wednesday when I come on is maybe, yeah, because that's the next spin class. It'll probably be maybe like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm going to have a conversation with our instructor, Dale. He's so inspirational. And I just want you guys to hear from him. And so if I can get him to come on Wednesday, that would be great. Maybe tomorrow, because there's also a body pump class in the morning as well. So I'm working out. I'm doing the thing. I am acting it out, right? Because I said this is our year of action. And so we got to get out there and do it. So I'm getting out there and doing it. Hello, Yvonne Bowman. Hello, sister. How are you doing? Are you at work? You're home? Where are you? What you doing? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And so, yeah, I mean, this is like the fourth day? Let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, fifth day of me going live every day. And, I think I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some different things, more interviews, not always here where I am now. I'm going to be out doing a lot of stuff. So if you have not already, make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Guys, y'all got to give me some likes. She's at home. You didn't go. Okay, well, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling good. And so give me some, hit that like button, that thumbs up, and then make sure you hit that notification button and change your notifications so that when I'm on, you will know. And then when we're finished, make sure that you share this because they have that little thing where you can share this. So share with somebody else because my goal is to get 1,000 subscribers. And I know I can do it. I'm up a few. And we can do more. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm excited. And so I need your help to do that. Let's see here. So I want to get into what I want to talk about today, right? So we're just doing the thing. And remember, this is 15 to Life, where we learn, grow, and serve for a peaceful life. This is sort of the reboot 15 to Life. And so for all of the new viewership, I thought it was important to go back and explain again what I'm saying, where we learn, grow, and serve. What does that mean? And on Friday, I believe it was, I talked about the importance of learning. Now, when I first talked about the growing aspect of it, what somebody said to me, what they really wanted to know was really how you should grow. You know, we know why we should grow, right? You know, we should grow because it makes us a better person and all those kinds of things. And we end up doing a little bit more than what we were doing before. But they really wanted to know, like, how. They wanted to know, to be given the tools of how they should grow. How it is so they can be better, right? So they wanted to know the tools, not just what they needed to do, but how they needed to do that. So that's what, OMG, one of these days, guys, I am going to learn to turn my ringer off on my phone because every time I come on live, somebody calls me, and it's usually a telemarketer because it comes up spam risk or something like that. So I know it's not anybody that I know. So anyway, I apologize for that, right? Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today is how to grow, how to grow, how to grow. And I have a quote here from John Maxwell that says, you cannot have growth without change, right? So change is one of those things where everybody wants it, but nobody wants what comes along with it, right? We want the change. We want to lose the weight. We want to look better. We want to feel better. We want to be out of debt. We want to have a new house. We want to have the new car. We want to be able to go on that vacation. But so often we don't want the change that we have to make in order to get that, in order to go on that vacation. The change is that I got to save some money, right? If I want to buy that new house, then I'm going to have to change my spending habits, save money so I can have a down payment for the house. If I want to lose weight, then I'm going to have to change the way that I'm eating. I'm going to have to go, stop eating those things that I know that I should not be eating. I have to change. So often, if I want to expand my mind, then I've got to change and stop reading junk or just watching junk things on TV. I need to change and listen to podcasts such as this, right? So y'all got that part. Got to change. But we don't want the change, right? So you cannot have growth without change. That seed that is planted in the ground, that is just a seed, in order for it to burst through, first it's got to burst through that shell, then it's got to come all the way up through that dirt, then come through the dirt. Once it comes up, it's just a little stem, and it's got to push and grow. It's never going to burst through that dirt to become whatever it is ordained and destined to be, whether that's a flower, whether that's some kind of plant, whether that's a tree, whatever it's supposed to be. It's never going to get there unless it changes. When a baby is a newborn, it's never going to get to where it should be. I should change my screen. It's never going to get to where it should be unless it changes. So it's got to change. So somebody should type in those comments. I've got to change. I've got to change. If you want to grow, you've got to change. But we don't want that. But I know this is a different group. You guys are different and you want to change. So you're going to do what you need to do in order to change, to be better. If I want to go from being that person that cusses out everybody to saying, I'm not going to do it, then I got to change, right? So somebody put in the comments, I've got to change. That's what I've got to do. So that's the first thing. You cannot have growth without change. And how do you do that? How do you do that? Well, you got to be honest with where you are. We lie to ourselves. We think that we are good and we're not. And we got a lot of changing that we need to do. So you got to be honest where you are, body, mind, and soul. Where am I physically? Do I need to change what I'm eating? Do I need to exercise? Do I need to, start walking? Do I need to eat more vegetables, whatever it is. Where am I? Do I need to go to the doctor? When was the last time that I had a physical exam? When was the last time I had my annual exam? When was the last time I just went to the doctor so that they could look and do blood work and figure out, am I pre-diabetic? Is my blood pressure high? Is it low? Where am I on these body wise? Okay. You got to be honest. You can, and if you really want to be honest, take off all your clothes and get naked in front of the mirror. That'll tell you right there. Okay. Look at yourself. Is your hair thinning? What's going on with your body? That's a hard one, right? Can we do that? So then look at mind. Where are you in your mind? Where's your thinking? What are you thinking about? Do you think negatively? Where are you? Are you thinking positively? Are you upset? Do you have a lot of anxiety in your mind? What's going on? Are you depressed? Are you crying all the time? Do you have a lot of anger? You mad? You got bitterness? You feel with jealousy about somebody because they got something that you don't have and you want it and you're envious? What's going on in your mind? Be honest. And that's why I always say that you need a journal so that you can write those things down of how that you are feeling. Because only you, my husband is a pastor, and he said a scripture yesterday in service, and he said that every heart knows its own bitterness. In layman's terms, everybody knows what's going on inside of them. You just got to be honest with it. But you got to be honest with it, right? So then what's going on in your soul? What's going on with you spiritually? No faith, little faith. Don't want to go to church, don't believe. What's going on with you spiritually? Having trouble trusting God? What's going on with you? You have to be honest. That's one thing that you can do on how you can change. You have to be honest. You got to start there first. You got to start there first and be honest about where you are. You got to start there. What's going on in your body? What's going on in your mind? And what's going on with you spiritually? And you have to take the time to write those things down. You can't just skip over them. You can't just be like, you're going to listen to what I'm saying. And then when it goes off, you're going to go off and you're going to be like, oh, that was really good. She gave some good information, but you don't do anything with it. That's why I keep saying this is the year of action. So, right. So be honest. Where are you? Body, mind, spirit. Where are you? Okay, that's one thing, and how you can grow. The next thing is develop friendships with people who are doing what you want to do. You can't say that you want to fly with the eagles, but you're down with the chickens. You can't say, I want to be a better person. I want to think differently, but all the people that you hang around are negative. They're gossips. They, put people down. They don't want to do anything. Every time somebody is trying to do something, they talk about it. Or who do they think they are? And why do they think they could do that? Okay. You've heard me say before that you are the sum total of the 5 closest people to you. Who are the 5 closest people to you? Who are the 5 closest people to you? You look at those people and you're going to be the same way. I promise you. That old saying, birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, it's sort of a cliche, but it is true. Birds of a feather. You don't see ducks flying with eagles. You don't see crows flying with doves. Birds of a feather flock together. What kind of bird are you? Who you hanging with? Look at those five. Get that journal, write it down. Who are those five? Are they doing anything? Do they want to do something? Are they just, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 and you loving it and you being in it. I'm not negating any of that because I've been there, done that. Loved it when I worked in human resources, loved the job, human resources supervisor, coordinator, loved all of that. So there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. So I'm not downing that. But if they are working their 9 to 5 and they're negative about it, and all they just got is bad stuff to say, bad stuff about the manager, bad stuff about their coworkers, they don't like their peers, they don't like the office, it's too cold, it's too hot, they blah, blah, blah. The 5 closest people around you, you're going to be like them. I always say you need to be sort of in 2 different groups. Okay. You got your 5 closest people that you're in this group, and maybe you are the leader in that group. Okay. Maybe you're helping everybody else that's in that group. But then there's another group of people that you should be in that you're the low man on the totem pole in that group. And by that, I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is the group where you're with the people who are doing the things that you want to do, where you're listening to them, you're following them. If there's, and maybe it might be that you're just watching those persons on YouTube, like you're watching me now, or you're listening to their podcast, or you're reading their books because they're doing what you want to do. They've started that business or whatever it might be. You're mimicking them, and that is okay. Eventually, you're going to start coming into your own, but you got to see what they're doing, what their success is, how they got to where they are. What did they do? So you got to develop friendships with the people who are doing what you want to do. And that means you also can't be jealous of them. You can't look at them and say, man, they're doing all that. They think that they're all that, blah, blah, blah. Don't. You got to look at them and say, man, I'm going to figure out what they're doing. I'm going to ask them. Right? Okay. So having a hard time being around other women. Well, then you have to look at why is that? And maybe they are not the right women that you should be around. Right? So, you've heard that saying that says, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. So you have to, and there's also that scripture that says, he who has friends must first show himself friendly. So maybe there might be somebody else that you need to reach out to, that you might need to say, okay, I'm going to open up. Friendship, it always comes with a risk that, because you're exposing your heart. I told somebody yesterday that, a lot of times we think about friendships, we just think, oh, that's just my friend. But a friendship, a true friendship, and I know I'm getting off a little bit, but I appreciate your comment. A true friendship is a relationship. When you think about a relationship with your husband or your wife, that is a relationship. A true friendship is a relationship. You have ebbs and flows. Sometimes with your girlfriend, you are on the top mountaintop, y'all having a good time. Your friendship is at a pinnacle. And then there's times where it dips. And so the what's the word I'm looking for? The thrust of a true friendship is, can it endure those big dips that it might take, where you have a falling out and you don't agree on something and you both say things that hurt the other person. Those things hurt your heart because it's a relationship. So yeah, so when you're saying that you want to have a friendship, or it's hard with women, I get it, because there's a risk. But if you don't open up or take that risk, then you're never going to really have that opportunity to have that true friendship, because it comes with a risk. I think it was a Shakespeare that said, I'd rather have loved and lost. I would rather to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Right? I'd rather have some love and have that pain of a loss and have that love than to never have that pinnacle of feeling love. Yeah, you can put that wall up. Y'all have heard me say this, and you're protected, and nobody can get to you, and you can't get to anybody else. But do you really want to live that way? And I know I don't. I'd rather take that risk. So I want you to take that risk. But you got to find that right person that you feel like that you can open up to and be a friend and hang out with them and go to lunch and go to a movie or go to a show or something like that and just be friends. And you would be surprised of how that would make you feel and how it would make the other person feel. So I want that for you. I do. I want that for you. Okay. So develop friendships with people who are doing what you want to do. And the next thing is to get a mentor. Get a mentor, right? Get that person that will pour into you, just like you see there with the bucket pouring into the other person. When you get that mentor, what is a mentor? That's a person that you're meeting with. That's a person that is giving you advice. You're telling them some things that you're wanting to do, and they are listening to you, and then they are giving you advice on things that you should do. So the important thing is for you to listen to that mentor, right? It's to listen to that mentor, take their advice. And I always say, when you get that mentor, it's not just you sitting with them and they're just telling you all this stuff. Normally you would pay a mentor, a person that is spending time with you, that's giving you, that's right, a good mentor is priceless. It really, really is. And you have to, the right thing to do is to pay that mentor, right? Because they are giving you knowledge. They're giving you things that they have learned. They have, they're saying, okay, do X, Y, and Z. They're giving you things that you should do. So it's not like y'all just sitting there having lunch and you're crying to them about where you are. No, it's a time where you're talking to that person. You're saying, hey, this is what I want to do. And then they're telling you, okay, I've been there. This is what I did. And then this is what you can do. So if y'all going to lunch, then you need to pay for their lunch, right? So get a good mentor. And as Timlin says, a good mentor is priceless. Yes. They are priceless. Okay. So get a good mentor. And then another thing, read books, listen to podcasts, watch vlogs. I tell you, I'm probably reading about 10 books right now. I bought so many books that I need to read them. I really, really do. But I am reading some. But if you want to grow, you got to read books. You got to listen to podcasts like this. You got to watch vlogs like this. Okay. That's where your knowledge comes from. Yes, I spend time. I love watching, Bridgerton when it came out. I loved Remain Teachable. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to remain teachable. Absolutely. And I know a new season of Bridgerton is going to be coming out, I believe, in March. So I'll be watching that. And I was binging on Suits, which is really good. Those are in the middle of the night, watching those things. But I know that if I want to grow, I've got to read books. I've got to watch those women again who are doing the things that I want to do. And I've got to listen to them. And I've got to take action on it. So it's a continual learning. Life is a journey. It's a continual learning. Okay. So those are some of the things that you have got to do. And the last thing is that you have to be consistent in it all. You cannot just do it one day and then chunk it for the rest of the week. That's why at the end of the year, of last year, I was saying, okay, I want you guys to save $1 a day, because I was trying to get you into the habit of doing something small every day. And then we build on that. So you've got to be consistent. You can't say, that's why I said I'm going to do this for 30 days. But I already know I'm probably going to do it more because I really like it, especially as I get into it more. I love this. Okay. But you got to be consistent with it. You can't say, I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to eat healthy today. I'm going to eat me some carrots and some walnuts and some prunes. Oh my God, this is going to send you to the bathroom. And then the next day, because you go, oh, I ate healthy yesterday. So today I'm going to eat a double burger with cheese and everything on it from Culver's, and a large fry and a large banana milkshake. I'm saying that because I've done that. I sure have. I know I sinned. A double burger, cheese, everything. I love Culver's, right? I love Culver's, McAllister's. Okay. Anyway, double burger, large fry, not even a soda, but a big old thick, large banana milkshake, which is probably about 1,000 calories right there. Okay. So I saw my waist expanding. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I got to stop. Right. So now if I go to Culver's, I might just get the fish sandwich, which doesn't have that many calories in it, or their cashew salad or something like that. Right. And no dressing. I don't usually eat a lot of dressing. But anyway, my point is, I can't say, I'm going to eat healthy one day and the next day chunk it and just go crazy. Right. I have to be consistent. That's why. Is it hard for me to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and be out of the house at 5:15 and get to that Y, or go out on those Saturday mornings and on those runs and it's cold and I'd rather be in the bed? It is hard. But I know if I want to finish do those races that I've got coming up, then I have to be consistent in what I'm doing. And then even take it up a notch. So whatever you're doing, you got to be consistent in all those things. You got to be consistent in finding friends who are doing what you want to do, and getting a mentor, and reading books and watching vlogs and all those things. You got to be consistent. All right. A great book is The Servant Leadership. Okay. Who's it by? Tell me who's it by. Is it a religious book or is it like a secular book? And then tell me who that is. All right. I love you guys. I'm getting ready to get off of here, and I want you to grow. And I gave you tools. I just didn't tell you what you needed to do. I told you how you needed to do it. So I want you to grow. And if you do those few things, there's plenty of ways that you can grow, but those are just a few things that you can do to grow personally, all of that. Okay. Remember, you got to look and be honest to where you are. Body, mind, spirit. Where are you on all those things? Those are your action points. That's your homework. Okay. All right. Love you all so much. I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. But most importantly, I believe in your action. So you got to do it. Do those things. Go back and rewatch this. Also, share this with somebody, because I know all of you who are watching, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching it later. I know you know somebody who needs this, who you know needs this and needs it bad. So make sure that you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I need you to do that. And hit that notification button. Change your notifications on YouTube to always, so that when I'm on, you will know. All right. So I am out of here. I want you all to have a beautiful rest of your day. And I want to say this really, really quick before I get out of here, is that if you are new and you're thinking, who the heck is this woman? I don't know who she is. Harpo, who this woman? You can go to my website, which is IamRuthWard.com. IamRuthWard.com. And you will see all this information. I'm having a women's retreat in April. I would love for you to attend the women's retreat. You can go on there and get more information. If you want to know about me, you can click on the top About button and you can see all that about me right there. I was kind of pretty fancy that day. It was at the Oaks. I was there. And if you want to connect and learn more, I have an outreach that I do called SOS, where we pour into unhoused women and children. So there's all the things right there about me. Again, that is IamRuthWard.com. I am honored that you were on here as we continue to grow our community together, our community of lifers, right? Our community of lifers. So I'll say it last time before I get off of here. I love you. I look you in the face. I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. But most importantly, I believe in your action. All right. So get out there and do it. Rewatch this. Subscribe, like, share, do all the things. I love you. You all have a great, I will see you tomorrow, right? Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Finally finding me. Third eye opening up so I can see. Finally I can breathe. And giving myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay